Most people think sports photography is just pointing at the action, but at the D1 level, you need a shot list. From the team walk-in to the final whistle, here's my blueprint for covering high-stakes football. What's up, everybody? Jaron Fritz, aka FrizzyVisuals. I'm the creative director for Colorado State Athletics with multiple years of professional sports and photography experience. And today, I'm taking you behind the scenes of our sold-out home opener versus Northern Colorado, where I was, how I shot it, and the key moments from the sidelines. If you've watched the D1 photographer series before, you already know you're getting full behind the scenes access, but this episode is different. I'm also breaking down my shot list so you can see not just what I captured, but the strategy behind it. And if this is the type of content you've been looking for, I make videos like this every single week, so make sure to hit subscribe or don't and watch me spiral. I built the shot list today in the order I expected to shoot it, so let's kick off outside the stadium with stop number 1, the Ram Walk, which is a game day tradition. Players led into the stadium by a motorcade followed by the band. It's the perfect time for some hero shots, and since this was my first game at Canvas Stadium, I had to add it to the shot list. And we have our first shot of the day. Head coach Jay Norvell leading the boys from the front, sport coat on, setting the drip tone straight away. As the team moved toward the stadium, I hustled ahead to grab some shots as they closed in. An assignment like the team walk is where simple wins, chain flashing, headphones blasting, mean mug activated. That look alone is built for social. Ram walk is complete, the Rams are in the stadium, and that means one thing: warm-ups are officially underway. If you're wondering why everyone's in orange when CSU is green and gold, it's a throwback game. Back when we were Colorado A&M Aggies, the colors were orange and green, so to honor the past, we rocked these throwback helmets with orange jerseys, easily some of the best looks in all of college football, and we'll get a closer look at them in just a moment. Tanner, Morley, looking mean but photogenic. Since football is a less recognizable sport due to the helmets, it's fun to get the guys' personalities and warm-ups. Crazy enough, our first contender for shot of the day happened an hour and a half before kickoff. I love the emotion in this one, the tint, the grain, the heavy contrast is a shot that really stands out to me. I've seen people flip images before, but I don't know if I have enough swag to pull that off. Let me know in the comments. As players started heading in for jerseys, I rushed to snag a few last portraits. Last episode, I tried a sky exposure that left the player silhouetted. I wasn't in love with it, so this week, I ran it back using their team tunnel as the setup. As I stepped out, the exposure shift hit hard, so this is attempt number 2, shout out flicks with just for the motivation. It's an improvement from last week, no doubt, but I'm still chasing the perfect version, so I'll keep running it back until I do. The players hit the field for warm-ups in their pads, but the real highlight, Petey Tucker making this young fan's day. You'd just love to see that. Then I teleported to the field for the warm-up runout, a perfect example of why you always keep the lens hood on regardless. You never know when moments like this will happen. Probably would have looked better if I was shooting video, but nonetheless, these turned out great. My only real agenda for the padded warm-ups was making sure I followed the 11th commandment, thou must get warm-up pick of QB1 in pads. And that beautifully lit shot wraps up shot list item number 2, warm-ups. Now onto the staple of this series, the hunt for the perfect runout picture. Every stadium has its own angles and traditions, so there's never a one-size-fits-all solution. Since this is my first game at Canvas Stadium, I went above the tunnel to try to frame the smoke, fire, and fireworks in a wide shot, just to see how that would look. The angle definitely didn't deliver how I thought due to the completely empty band section in the middle of the crowd, but that's why I keep chasing the perfect runout picture, and we'll have to run that back next week. However, next up on the shot list is definitely my favorite type of football photography. That would be portraits. This is where you get those intense close-up shots that make our players look like heroes in their own movie. This is by far my most requested video, how I get portraits. I could make a full breakdown later, but for now, let me spill a little secret sauce. Every team has a different bench setup, but ours works great for how I shoot. We've got rows of chairs split between offense and defense, and it feels like everyone has assigned seats. My favorite time to grab portraits is when guys are sitting down, locked in on a coach, teammate, or even the video board in the distance. This was literally my first shot inside the team box, and you just can't beat how simple and clean these turn out. I also like to get the white mamba, set it on the ground, and shoot up at our guys. Here are a couple more examples from differing heights. Wait, what was that I hear? Shot of the day contender number 2 coming at us from a standing portrait nonetheless? The detail, texture, and emotion, sweat and eye black included, make this a money shot. The only reason it's not my shot of the day quite yet is because there are so many serious heaters coming later, so make sure to stick around. I know I say it in almost all my videos, but never sleep on the 35 G Master, just so unbelievably sharp. Another reason is the perfect focal length. You can get closer to your subject while still fitting more of them in the frame. I love this shot. You can also catch those impromptu celebrations or the raw moments of guys yelling and hyping each other up. With portraits wrapped up, it's onto shot list item number 5, the action break. I don't spend the whole game chasing plays, that's covered by plenty of other photographers, but before halftime, I always make sure to grab a couple. Owen Long gave me this huge celebration moment. I'd love to say it was skill, but really I just happened to be pointing the camera in the right direction for once. The whole set turned out great, but in burst mode, the sequence goes crazy. This one's kind of a sleeper pick, but I love how the crowd stacks up behind him. It makes the shot feel huge. That quick action break was exactly that. Quick. I don't shoot much early since I save time for it later, but every game I leave a little space for random assignments, and this time it was coach photos, full body shots we could use for graphics and social. This section can look different for everyone. Sometimes it's halftime, mascots, or wide crowd shots. For me, this game, it was coaches. Nothing too wild, just frames on frames on frames, or something like that. Assistant coach shots are also so valuable, whether it's for a promotion, an award, a recruiting graphic, you'll always be glad you captured them. We were going for full body shots, but one of the best ways to capture coaches is through players. At first, I was too high and the angle felt dead, but when I dropped down in between the guys, the shot was butter. We are deep into the shot list now, but shot number 7 is by far my favorite. It's the one that instantly levels up my gallery, and honestly, it might be my best purchase yet. That is the Starburst filter from PrismLens FX. As you can see, it's a lens filter with fine grid cuts. Those cuts catch light and scatter it all over the frame with wild starburst effects. I run it on my 35mm, and it's become my go-to for night games. Those lights just dance all over the frame. I mean, come on, that's just freaky. On the hunt with the Starburst filter, and this frame right here slides in as shot of the day contender number 3. The light burst, the bloom, the grain, the deep blacks, this frame has it all. One of those shots that makes the whole day worth it. I absolutely love this. The Starburst gave me some more solid frames, but nothing was gonna match that last shot of the day contender, so we'll keep it moving to the final shot list item. Technically, it's another flex spot, but I often use it to pick up that end of the game action. There's obviously action all game long, but the big reactions and memorable plays usually come late, and by the 8-minute mark in the fourth quarter, my shot list is basically done, so I use that window to chase some final action shots. And if Jordan Ross makes a push for the Heisman, these shots are gonna go quadruple platinum. I snapped it at the exact right moment. That nice little screen pass sets us up really close to the goal line and got the boy fired up. It was 3rd and 10 under a minute to go, and we had to get in the end zone. Then, all of a sudden, there were bodies everywhere in my path, but I managed to sneak out a celebration shot, which was honestly pretty mid. As they came back, I grabbed another, but the TV angle exposed me. I had way too much lens for how close I got. Moments like this always tempt me to add another camera body into my rotation, but I'm holding out. For now. We ended up sneaking out the win in dramatic fashion, so we're officially undefeated shooting football games for Colorado State. And that wraps up my full shot list breakdown from the home opener. If you learned something or just enjoyed the behind the scenes, make sure to hit subscribe because I drop videos like this every single week, and comment down below what your vote is for shot of the day. Until next time.